Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to the Gurong Vlogger ng Kuwait channel. We are Group 6 and today we will talk about audience research. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe. So let's go.
Hello everyone, my name is Chetrik Khan, and so my topic for today is what is audience research? Audience research is exactly what it sounds like. You are researching your audience or target audience to determine their pain points, preferred keywords, buying behaviors, and more. Audience research is essentially any research conducted on a specific sample, which is the audience, in order to find out about their attitudes, behaviors, and habits and to understand them. The sample can be made up of any group interest, whether this is nationally representative or focused on a particular age, gender, religion, ethnicity, and etc. The definition of audience is important but changeable. So, audience research can inform your branding, markets, price point, customer service needs, as well as your organic and paid marketing strategy. The purpose of audience research is to answer a range of business questions, such as to find out what interests them, who influences them, and what problems they have, what they think of existing products, or how they feel about branding and service. Audience understanding research helps companies communicate with their audience and interrogate their views and opinions into their product and services. So here are two types of audience research methods. We have primary research, which is the first-hand research conducted by you or your agency. Next, we have secondary research. It is reviewing information from sources already published, also called desk research. Data journalism is in a form of this. So here are three helpful tips. First one is have a plan. Next one is use your data. And lastly, always be learning.
What is the importance of audience research to media producers? To media producers, audience research is important because without an audience, there would be no media. It is important for them in order to be successful. Without audience research, a film would be produced and would completely misunderstand their target audience, interested, habits, and others. Also, the film just wouldn't sell as intended. Companies are set up to carry out audience research for media producers to see how many people would be interested in their work. If they didn't get as much interest as they hoped, then they would make some changes and rethink what they could do to improve. Media producers spend a lot of time and money finding out who the audience for a programming or media might be. They research so they can make something along the lines of a film or music video, which could be associated with a particular group of people. In general, audience research helps the media producer to make a decision, understand the audience, demonstrate facts to outsiders, provide material for programs, and pursue the audience to watch their work.
Hello, so now I'm going to discuss the qualities of research for audience, market, and social research. But before I proceed in talking about these qualities, let me give you a brief definition, or rather explanation, on what market research and what social research is. Now, for the market research, it is a way for a company to look for the target market, which means the people who are commonly, or rather currently, using these products or services, and then get their opinions as well as feedbacks from the consumers about their interest. While the social research focuses on learning the people themselves, for them to be able to design or make a product or service based on the various needs of the people in society, or rather to cater the needs of the people. So now that I have given you a brief explanation of the two research, let's now proceed to the qualities of research. And according to the book, there are 4 qualities given, and these are systematic, logical, empirical, and replicable. And if we're going to base the definition from the book, these 4 are basically self-explanatory, but I shall give you a simple explanation for these 4. For the systematic, based from the word itself, systematic, it is well organized and it's done accordingly and orderly. For the logical, you're being analytic, objective, and rational. And as for the empirical, you're actually being practical and factual. And for the replicable, from the word itself, you're going to replicate, meaning you're going to do the same thing and get the same result.
Hello again, everyone. So now I'm gonna talk about the methods of audience research. So according to the book, there are 3 methods of audience research. First, we have the survey. Next is the observation. And third is the FGD, or focus group discussion. First, the survey. As we all know, survey is the most common method of audience research. Surveys are usually conducted through questionnaires administered to a select group of people, where they are asked questions and their answers must be consolidated or tabulated. Along with surveys, there is also observation, as I said, and focus group discussion. And the audience meters are employed to gain the valuable data that creators or producers need to shape the media content and make the programs thrive. So the second method is the observation. Observation can be both informal or formal. A small notebook or a pen will make informal observation. When done with a live audience, or in the, let's say, market centers, where consumers' behavior can be actually closely observed. Informal observation is a good starting ground from where more elaborate research methods can be applied. Let's say, for instance, a network producer of a noontime show would like to reformat the program, and he or she may start by observing live audience in the studio. So how they behave and what points do they lose or gain their interests. Meanwhile, formal observation may entail more structure and design. For instance, for the formal observation, specific forms of behavior are looked into and observed, such as when do they start looking for the remote control, or when do they start to lose interest. And lastly, we have the FGD, or also known as focus group discussion. This is conducted with a small group of 6 or 10 people, led through the structured discussion by a skilled facilitator. The goal of FGD is to generate a maximum number of different ideas and opinions regarding to the particular topic centered around the media or information text. A set of carefully crafted questions are cascaded to the participants to trigger responses that will generate opinions, insights, and also perspectives. So that is all for my report. Thank you.
And now I'm going to answer the question, how is audience research linked with market and social research? And for that is because market and social research provides accurate and timely information on the needs, attitudes, and motivations of a population. Hence why these two are linked to audience research, because it follows the same concept. However, they have a different metrics that will be studied. And lastly is because audience, market, and social research both apply quantitative and qualitative research when it comes to gathering data and results through, of course, questionnaires, surveys, and interviews.
Hello and welcome! Today I have an example of how to do an audience research. Basically, I have conducted a survey on movie genres and what my audience prefers. In my survey, I have 12 respondents who answered, 6 of which are female and 6 of which are male. One respondent was around the ages of 15 and 16, 9 respondents were around the ages of 17 to 18, and 2 respondents were around the ages of 19 to 20. In my survey, I asked the question what was their favorite type of movie genre. One respondent answered comedy, one answered animated, and one answered romance. Meanwhile, 4 respondents answered action/adventure and 5 respondents answered horror/thriller. I even asked how frequent they watched that movie genre in a month, and 1 respondent said 1, 4 respondents said 2 in a month, 4 respondents said 3 in a month, 2 respondents said 4 in a month, and 1 respondent said 5 or above. By conducting this survey, I could see what type of movie genre my audience prefers, and they are mostly action/adventure based or horror/thriller based. Using this information from the survey, I now know what type of audience I'm catering to and what marketing I can do to keep them interested in the type of film or movie I might produce.
After learning all about audience research and all our topics discussed by my groupmates, I hope you all understand and gave a bigger picture of what it means to learn about audience research. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And bye.